WCSM's General Store recorded at 70X7 Studio. Christine Flynn, your local Farmers Insurance agent. For Good Reasons Roofing, your local hometown roofing specialist. The AME Group for all your technical needs. And by Sanders Insurance, your local independent insurance experts. And now, WCSM's crew.
Good Friday afternoon to you. It's time for WCSM's General Store. Thanks for joining us today. Do you have top fans? I didn't ask you before the show. Okay, let's hit those real quick before we get to going.
Fans this week, Ronnie Deckard coming in at number 1 with 128 points. He's on an 11-week streak.
Wow.
So thank you, Ronnie Deckard. Jane Hanser, Jeremy Williams, always there for us. John Hooker, still on the list. Jackie Ratz, Evan McGinn, Fritzy Phillips, Robert Lutz, Rob Hamrose, Danny Chitwood, John Baker, and Michelle Pritchard.
Very good. Jeremy Williams, great guy. And he was also a faithful listener to the radio stations when I worked there. But he's a good friend to have because he always makes sure everybody knows that it's your birthday. He would call in every morning someone's birthday. It was so sweet. But
it's nice.
I noticed he mentioned on our podcast a few weeks back, how can I become a top fan? Or how can I just keep engaging with us, Jeremy?
Yeah,
so he's
definitely
up there.
So yeah, he's third with 109 points. So well done there, Jeremy. And if he still likes the audio, the radio side of things, we're on Spotify.
Yes.
And Apple iTunes and Google.
Yes, so if you just like to listen.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah. Sure.
That's where we are.
All the platforms, all the things.
Yeah. So if you'd rather just listen and not see.
I'm a podcast watcher. That's really, I don't watch television at all. I mean, I watch some movies or series on Netflix, but for the most part, my time is filled watching. I've got about 3 or 4 favorite podcasts that I watch, and I love them. So it's fun. It's fun to also be on a podcast. So thank you.
Is this one of your favorites?
It is one of my favorite. I do actually go back and watch our shows and laugh while I'm watching it. Even though I know what happened, and it's that's pretty funny. And so, I really do enjoy this, and I enjoy podcasts. So, this is going to be one of our quintessential. This is like when Cop Talk back in the day when we were on radio. We always said we were kind of like a Seinfeld show. Because we would. Now, in the beginning, we were very serious on Cop Talk. We were very serious. We were talking about state law or, all the things.
And then week 3.
And then by week 3, exactly, it went completely off the rails and really never got back on. And so basically, by the end, it was really a show about nothing. But those seem to be some of our listeners' favorite shows. You know what I mean?
So we always enjoyed them.
This is going to be one of those. So I have to admit, I had TikTok, and then I deleted it, and then I got it again, and now I'm not going to say I'm on TikTok a lot, but I've been on it enough to kind of go down that rabbit hole of influencers. So TikTok influencers are making mega bucks. It's crazy how much money you can make on that app. And anyway, so there's a girl on there. Her name's Kylie Pitts. Kylie Pitts. She's from, I don't know, Mississippi or someplace. And so it's the Kylie Pitts coffee. How she makes her, basically it's a day in the life of a stay-at-home mom. She's 20, got a toddler. And she cleans her house and gets up, makes her coffee first thing in the morning. Well, now everybody is going on and on about her coffee, and everybody's making the coffee. Are you coffee drinkers at all?
Oh, yeah.
You are?
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm here right now. That's why I'm awake right now.
So you drink it throughout the day?
Oh, yeah.
How many you got in you right now, Carter?
5 shots.
Yeah. Does that do this? Does it make your heart?
I mean, my heart's beat through my chest, but I'm awake. That's a big thing.
It's been a big week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been good.
So, are you a coffee drinker?
I have not taken that plunge yet. I heard once you do it,
you're addicted.
No going back. So it's kind of like methamphetamine or something.
Great.
Well, it is kind of what coffee is.
Yeah. Do the two of you feel that you could quit at any time?
I can. Yeah.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
You could.
So with he's lying. Mike says you're lying.
Shut up, Mike.
Mike knows you, so I'm going to go with Mike on this one. I'm sorry, Carter.
Yeah,
He
maybe.
can quit anytime he wants. Mike.
Anytime I die, I could quit.
The very moment.
Well, I'm not a coffee drinker like traditional coffee drinker. I'm a drinker that has a little coffee in it. Like my coffees are the sweet stuff.
yeah.
You make it at home.
Yes, and but not in a coffee pot. Like I'm not going to do black coffee with a splash of milk or creamer and a little sugar in it or whatever. That's like real coffee to me. My mother and my brother both drink like black coffee. I couldn't do it. But now I like the bitterness of coffee in a sweet coffee drink, like a frappuccino or an iced coffee. But I just want just a bare minimum of the bitter. Mm-hmm. But this Kylie Pitts coffee, I have to, and I love sharing stuff that I find that I really like. I like sharing it with other people, whether or not everybody else will like it. And I'm guessing that some of our viewers or listeners may already do this, but it's instant coffee.
Ew.
Now, I know, right?
That's
No, Mike says absolutely not. But it's instant coffee. Now, what she uses is like a Nescafe, instant coffee, like my grandparents used to. It's the chunks or the granular. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I found which I'm not the only one because it's also going around TikTok and you can't find it anywhere. I don't know how I walked into Kroger and there was one on the shelf. I don't know how that happened because you can't find. They're sold out everywhere. Like even Amazon, if you order it, it's going to take you like 30 days or more to get it. This TikTok has just created this whole craze. But this is an instant espresso. So, and it's really, really good. So my problem was for about 10 years maybe, I was going to Starbucks every single morning. Oh, wow. I would get up every single morning. And when I first started going, it was $5 because that's what Perry would always call it, $5 instead of Starbucks. It's not that anymore. It's upwards. It's almost $8 now for the drink I'd get. And the cups got smaller. Yep. Like I would get the tall, which is the smallest one. And, they were like that, like they would sit, like I put them in my cup holder in my truck. It was, an inch or so above. Now the tall cup sinks down in and I can barely grab the dome lid on the Starbucks cut. So it's gone up to almost 8 and it's lost, I don't know how many fluid ounces. And so for the past, I don't know, year probably, I've been trying to not go. I've been, because I was spending, right? I mean, I was spending. And God bless Perry, he
enabled.
He
let you do it.
He didn't tell me I had to quit, but it finally got to the point. It's like, this is ridiculous because I did the math on it, and it was like, that's what I'm spending a month on getting coffee every morning. So I tried to, I was weaning myself off, but I do love that sweet cold coffee, and over the years I've been trying to find a way to make it at home that was comparable, so I could quit going. And I could just never find that mixture at home. Perry, even one year for Christmas, bought me like a thing to make actual like cold brew in, and he bought me all the syrups and all the things because he also wanted me to make it at home.
So he's trying.
Yes, he was trying. That was his subtle suggestion. And then like a friend of mine went and bought one of these great big espresso machines, and they're like $800. And Perry was like, "Go buy one." Oh, yeah. Because that's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, you spend that in half a year.
Exactly. And so he's like, I never jumped and went and bought one of those. So like a couple weeks ago, I finally found the instant Nescafe Gold espresso, and I use the blonde. There's a blonde and an intense. It is so good. I can't even tell you guys.
Do you have some victory music bed for
I mean, it's just kind of like my whole Diet Coke thing.
Trying to keep up here. You kind of lost me at blonde, and what was the other one?
Intense.
Intense.
That's the two.
I feel like those are like
roasts or whatever.
lipstick shades, but we're
it's
talking
like
coffee here.
we're talking coffee.
Okay.
But it's an espresso. It's a ground espresso, and so you just like put your couple of teaspoons in your cup. I mean, I got all the things too, right? I got the frother, which is a little whisk that's battery operated and it froths. It's like I've got Starbucks in my kitchen. Am I excited? I think I'm excited.
I just love to hear you say froth.
This is instant coffee. You're talking about like Sanka stuff.
Yes.
Like worm dirt, we used to call it.
Yes, but this is just this is better than that. But yes, it's still an instant.
The best part of waking up
is instant Nescafe in your cup.
I tried.
It's Nespresso is what I call it.
Nespresso.
It's Nespresso. But so I use.
Who is this Kylie girl?
Her name is Kylie Pitts on TikTok.
Okay.
And she is making a buttload of money and influencing people like me, dragging us down the rabbit hole.
Wow. Okay.
But I can't tell you how excited I am about this. But then I went and bought like, have you ever had a Starbucks with oat milk?
Yeah.
You're not a fan.
No.
Now, see, I really like the flavor of oats, and so I love oat milk. So I went and bought oat milk, and then I went and bought like a couple of flavored creamers, and then there's a couple of like Starbucks when they make your flavored drinks, they put like a pump of the sweet stuff in sauce or whatever.
Pure sugar. Yeah.
Has this replaced your ice obsession?
No, that my ice
Diet
obsession
Coke
with Diet. Oh
obsession.
no, I only have, but that's it. I only do the one coffee in the morning, but I still do it at home. But I do it at home now. But it's so good.
So do you have it perfected?
Pretty much.
Okay, we'll prove it. Next time we have this,
I'll bring you one.
bring a container of it, and Curt and I will try it.
Okay.
Carter
deal.
will.
I will for sure.
It's
Mike, duh.
Now, Mike, are you a coffee drinker? But do you like sweet coffee? Okay, so he's not a foo-foo coffee drinker, but it really is. And you like, now do you like espresso, Mike? Do you like espresso shots like the Jolt? Okay, yeah. So I could at least bring that and let you guys try the espresso. It's really good. But of course I add all the things and then I put ice in it and make an iced coffee with it, but it's like frothy and it's very Starbuckish.
Without the bucks.
Exactly. And the cool thing was
Sounds like she's spending a lot of money on this stuff.
So here's the thing. So I bought the espresso, the powdered espresso, but I also bought a Nescafe. It's also an instant, but it's called instant, cold instant or something like that. And they're similar, but the espresso's better, but they're similar. Definitely in texture. They melt really easily in the water but it's really good. So I bought both of those. I bought 2 of the flavored, they don't call it sauce, but whatever it is. I got a caramel and a vanilla, and then I got a vanilla creamer, my oat milk, and a white chocolate mocha creamer. And for all of that, which I don't know how many, it's going to make me several coffees, was only $60.
I hope it makes you several. $60? What you say several? What do you mean by several?
Oh my goodness! I mean, like the one ice brew thing is like, it's like a fairly big container.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one is a little bit smaller, but I only use 2 teaspoons per day. And then my oat milk and my creamers, and then my syrup is what they're called.
Sounds foo-foo to me, Mike.
It's foo-foo, but it is so good. And now think about this, though. I was spending almost $300 a month at Starbucks going every day.
Wow.
Yikes.
This is $60 for all of that, and that's why I had to quit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was $200 and some.
What?
Yes. Trust me, I prayed about it. It was like, this is awful. What have I am not being a good steward of Perry's money.
And he's
so
like,
I quit.
amen on that one.
And
right?
then Perry said, hallelujah, sister. So when I told Perry $60, he was like, yeah, this is good, because I don't mean it's going to last me a while.
Right.
So much better. And it really was good. So I wanted to share that with you. I just didn't know if y'all were.
Oh, yeah.
And that all came from Kylie?
This Kylie Pitts on TikTok.
Okay.
Wow.
Talk about an influencer.
Wow.
Man.
She influenced me.
Turned you around.
Sure did. Got me off Starbucks.
Good for you.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that because I do love when I find things that really I think that are good. You might not, like potted meat. Not so much. I don't see anybody influence on TikTok for potted meat. I think I'm going to start. I think that's what I'm going to my TikTok, and I'm going to start being a potted meat influencer.
I want to see how that goes.
I'm going to see if I can make me some money. Anyway, no, I'm not. Anyway, all right, stay close. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, folks. My name is Mike Richardson. I'm the producer of the WCSM General Store podcast. I'm the guy that Sheila waves to every Friday back in the corner, but you never see me. So it's about 12:30. The gang will be here in about a half hour to do the podcast, but I wanted to jump on here before they got here, and I want to tell you about one of our sponsors. It's kind of an old and a new sponsor. Chad's Express Lube and Car Care Center is what we used to sponsor, but Chad's business, he wanted to focus in on something. So he sold the Express Lube, but he's focused in on the car care portion. And I want to tell you about Chad's Car Care Center. It's located at 2513 West 3rd Street. You know where that is? That's just up the street from the AMC 12, the 12 Theater on the west side, just right up the street, 2513 West 3rd Street. Chad's Car Care Center. Now, you know how expensive car care can be. You do not want to go to the dealer to have it fixed. They're good. They're just real expensive. Chad will do everything he can to keep your car repairs at the minimum. He does a great job. You'll drive your car in there, and just a matter of an hour or so, they'll have you an estimate to tell you what it's going to cost. He'll do everything he can to keep the cost down low. I just recently took my truck in there, and it was going to be pretty hefty, I'll be honest. But Chad and his crew, they were so knowledgeable, so experienced, they took care of that right away. Chad did everything possible to keep the cost down to a minimum. Anytime you need car repair, car care, take it over to Chad's Car Care Center, 2513 West 3rd Street. Again, right up the street from AMC 12 Theater. You know where that is, right over there in Bloomington. 2513 West 3rd Street, Chad's Car Care Center. Go check him out.
For Good Reasons Roofing, that's the number 4, goodreasons.com. They want to be your local hometown roofing specialist, whether it's hail damage, storm damage, worn out and just plain old damage, or maybe it's new construction. Whatever your 4 reasons are to have a new roof, their 4 reasons are honesty, integrity, quality, and kindness. For Good Reasons Roofing. Give them a call at 812-360-4469. They'll give you a free inspection and a transparent quote. You will be completely satisfied because Tony Pulliam will not let it be anything less than your satisfaction. Look for them at forgoodreasons.com. That's the number 4, goodreasons.com, or call them at 812-360-4469. For Good Reasons Roofing, your local hometown roofing specialist.
Just want to take a moment to talk about our newest sponsor. We're really excited about Sanders Insurance joining the gang here at WCSM's General Store. They are located at 5641 West State Road 46 in Ellettsville. If you're familiar with that address, it's because Levi Sanders, their general agent, has been at that location for quite a few years. They are now an independent insurance agency, which means they have access to the best companies that serve your particular needs. Each client is given a dedicated team that works together to address all of your concerns. They offer all types of personal insurance coverages, ATV, boat, watercraft, auto insurance, even renter's insurance. So, do you own a business? Give one of their agents a call and start saving money on commercial insurance coverages, including apartment, building owners, builder's risk, auto body shops, you name it. Sanders Insurance gives you the ability to choose the best carrier for your insurance needs. That's the main advantage to using an independent insurance agency. They'll work with the best to satisfy you. Give them a call, 812-876-7831, or visit them on the web at sandersinsurance.co. and tell them the general store sent you. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back from the break to the second half. So we were wrapping up the whole coffee conversation, and when we did, as we went to break, I was talking about potted meat. That's kind of a long-standing joke, although it's not a joke because I actually do like canned meat. I as you know, I like to smear it on saltines.
You're not just talking about Spam.
No. I mean the ground,
I'll do Spam.
Yeah.
Which comes in a can. And
No,
it's
this
meat.
is the stuff that looks like cat food.
Actually, cat vomit. But
man.
Like Armor potted meat. I love it. Love it.
This is more like a not chicken salad, but ham salad. Like
Kind of.
Kind of looks like a ham salad type texture.
Yes.
In a can.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And I really like it. I know it's so bad for me though because not only is the fat content high,
Salt.
but the sodium has got to be off the charts,
Yeah.
which is why it's so good.
Yes.
I'll be honest. But anyway, so I was telling them on break that I've kind of started making my own potted meat. Kind of, but it is really good. Now, you both like salmon?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
I call it salmon. I don't like making the
You just
L.
got to be different.
I just don't like making the L silent because it's just not fun. Salmon's really fun to say. Salmon. But so what I do is I make a salmon dip, and so I buy the canned salmon that is like the little cans that look like tuna, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So it's four of those. You drain it, and then I use 2 bricks of softened cream cheese. But the
Coupe de jour.
the secret ingredient that makes it really good. Not that that's not good enough by itself because I love both of those things.
Right.
Liquid smoke,
Yeah.
which you've both used, right?
Yep.
Which is kind of it's in your condiment aisle, like where your steak sauces and things like that would be. And I just get the hickory flavored, but pour that in there. I use a lot because I love the smoke because it's smoked salmon, right?
Sure.
And then I just use my hand mixer and mix it up, and then I spread it on the Waverly, like the Keebler
Now,
Waverly
that sounds
crackers.
wonderful. Can you bring some of that in?
Yes, it is.
Along with the
really,
coffee.
really, really, really
Man, we're
good.
gonna
Sounds
have a
wonderful. It really does.
We're going to have us a smorgasbord next time. Mike has offered. Mike on the break came to me and said, I get it, because he's like a coffee aficionado.
He really is.
He's way
Yeah.
more than me. Like, he's got the Nespresso maker and
Well,
espresso and an espresso maker.
There's signs all
Yes,
over the
I think he
studio
loves the
about
coffee.
About coffee.
Yep.
Yeah, I
If
love
you're
that
not
one.
shaking, you need another cup.
Yes,
That's my motto.
Right.
Yes.
Apparently, it is your motto.
It
Since
is.
you've had 5 shots of espresso today.
Just give me the coffee and no one gets hurt.
hurt.
So,
Yes.
I mean, these are some thoughts. That
So the
Mike
next time,
believes in.
maybe not. I don't know if it'll be the next time or not. But in a couple weeks, I'll bring in my stuff to make my instant
Okay.
espresso iced coffee. Mike's gonna share his espresso stuff, and then I'll bring you some salmon dip.
I was going to say, don't forget the salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah, the salmon dip's really good.
It
So,
does sound wonderful.
It really, really is good.
Yeah.
It's good. It goes pretty fast at our house. Garrett and I just obliterate it. So there is a bowl of it in my refrigerator now, or was when I left the house. It
Right.
might be gone, but I don't know. But anyway, so then we got to talking about, so you and Lori do salmon in your air fryer?
Yes.
Now, is it frozen, or do you put
Yes.
fresh in, or what?
So they come in these frozen packages.
Yeah, I've
right?
seen that.
Like there's
Yeah.
a box and it's already marinated inside the
Oh, okay.
the plastic package. So it's airtight, and so literally you don't even have to defrost it. I mean, it's you put it into the air fryer frozen, and it comes out
Man.
like unbelievable.
Really?
It comes out like you just sit down at a restaurant. I mean, it is that good. Now, maybe it's that good on the grill or in the oven. I don't know, but the air fryer.
I want to try that so bad. I love salmon.
All the heat through it.
How long are we talking?
I don't think very long.
Really?
Most things in an air fryer, 8 minutes. Really, I mean, it seems like 8 minutes is a pretty standard time.
Wow.
Right.
And it's like an oven as far as temperature, right?
Yeah.
Carter doesn't have one, and we're trying to convince him to get one.
Yep. The heat comes from both sides or all sides.
Yes,
right?
It's
like so
almost like a convection oven
you don't
type.
have to flip.
But it's healthier, right? Because you're using air and not oil or grease or whatever.
Right.
But it goes up. The highest on mine is like 400 degrees, I think.
Right.
Is that probably about right?
Yeah.
And most things, I think, really between 8 and 10 minutes, unless you're warming, which is another great thing about the air fryer. Like you were saying, now I can take my frozen French fries. That's how we make French fries at the house now, is in the air fryer. But you were saying, I've never done this. Like if you go to McDonald's and get their fries and you don't eat them all, you cannot warm those up in the microwave. They're awful. But you've actually thrown them in the air fryer and crisped them, which doesn't surprise me because that's kind of what it does.
It really gives them a new life. It really does. Yeah. Now you don't want to overdo it.
Lazarus fries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lazarus fries. But it really, you don't want to overdo it. I mean, you could, crisp them up too much.
That would not be an 8 minute.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, that would be more of a 3.
Yeah.
So maybe 4, but it
and
brings them right
pizza
back to
is
life.
really good too because pizza gets soggy when you warm it up the next day in the microwave.
I can do that in the microwave.
Right.
But if you want it nice,
it really
needs to be in
it can
chewy in a microwave.
Yes. Yes, I think so too. But an air fryer can take it back to almost like
right out
fresh out of the pizza
so good.
store. It's really good. So anxious to see if what you and Amy think if you get an air fryer. And I think any brand
We will be. Just from what you guys have said, we will be getting one.
I think they really have kind of, not that people don't still use microwaves, but I don't think microwaves are as relevant in a kitchen as they used to be. I think it's more people are using air fryers a lot.
Wow.
Because they are healthier, you can cook healthier and they're easy.
It's easy, yeah.
And they're faster than your. It cuts your time down a little bit than baking it in an oven or whatever.
You don't use as much electricity with it.
Is it messy?
Yeah, can be.
Yeah, you have to take precautions with it because you don't want you could put your your barbecue wings in there and you'd lose a lot of the stuff, of marination.
Get yourself some parchment paper. Is good to put in there.
Aluminum foil works
or
as
aluminum
well.
foil.
Yeah. Okay. So you help out with the mess there. But good point.
Yeah.
They're not hard to clean.
No.
I usually just kind of shake it out, and let it go.
Because I think mine is an Instant Pot brand, and it's got a grate that pulls out, and then they can get messy. So clean them more often than not.
Right.
But I think they're wonderful. And the good thing I like about them, and also just my Instant Pot. Do you have an Instant Pot?
I don't think so.
It's like a pressure cooker.
I think we bought one.
He got arrested for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
25 years ago.
Instant Pot? You went to jail for that?
So he doesn't like to talk about it. I know. It's okay.
I didn't know we were going to talk about drugs on this. I mean, come on, guys.
She's talking about an appliance.
That was last week. I mean,
so you like Instant Pot, but you don't like instant coffee. Right, whatever.
Pot's natural. Well, coffee is too.
Totally.
Yeah, right.
Totally.
No, but my Instant Pot and the air fryer, you can both of those things, you can cook meat from frozen.
From the can. No.
Yes, right, exactly. But no, I like, because I'm really bad about planning in advance for dinner, and then all of my meat is in the freezer, and it's like, I can't have that tonight because my meat's still frozen. But if it's chicken or things like that, you couldn't do ground beef, but you could do pork chops or anything like that. You can throw in either of those, and it'll cook them from frozen, which is incredible.
In 8 minutes?
Yeah. Well, salmon is probably
it just depends on
not as dense of a meat. So pork chops maybe, but chicken,
yeah. Wow.
So I don't know how many barbecue wings you can eat.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So it might take a little bit longer for guys like us, right? So I mean,
the more you put in it,
of course,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that salmon, salmon, I'm thinking she puts it in there for 10 minutes, 12 minutes, maybe.
That's too good to be true.
So good. Yeah. I would encourage both of those. A lot of people, and I get it completely because my mom cooked a lot in the old school pressure cookers that had the little thing on top that jiggled.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those things, like, they're dangerous, right? And a lot of people have, been injured by those.
Did we survive?
And don't get me wrong, an Instant Pot can be dangerous too. They are a pressure cooker, the same thing. But I think they're really pretty easy to use, and the whole thing is just don't open it until all the pressure's off, right? I mean, so I just let it sit and let it naturally release and really like it.
Are you talking about that thing right there? No, is that different?
No, that's an electric skillet.
Oh, okay.
Love those too, but
it said, what would Mom make in this bad boy?
Fried
some
chicken.
fried chicken.
That's with Crisco.
And the
you can
best,
see that or not.
Crisco. You guys remember Crisco
the
days?
best fried chicken. Yep.
That makes me hungry.
Do you know where Crisco came from? Do you know where
Jesus?
No, actually, I think it came from Satan. But it was like
IGA?
it was created by the same people that created like engine oil and stuff.
Oh, great.
That's what it is. It's so bad for you.
Wow.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Crisco, and that's what I used to make my pie crust with. But it's a seed oil. It's not it's not healthy at all. But
bummer.
Anyway. So there you have it. But anyway, I'm anxious to see if you guys do get the air fryer and if you use it as much as we do.
I'm still thinking about your salmon dip.
I'll bring. I'll try it at least in a couple weeks to bring in.
Not salmonella,
right?
Yeah, no. It's
so. If you bring that, I can bring some banana bread. That's usually good.
Yes. So yes, Mike.
He had me a butt.
Now, Mike,
Mike's a big fan.
Do you like nuts, walnuts in your banana bread? Yes, me too. Like, load it up. I like the walnuts in my brownies and my chocolate chip cookies and everything.
Right.
But I'm the only one in my house. I'm the only one in my house that'll eat nuts like that.
Yeah.
Or coconut. I love coconut too. Do you like coconut?
Not so much.
No?
No. Usually the way that they cut it up is more like fingernails to me.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I wish they'd quit doing that. Now there's been some packaging. Maybe I saw at Costco or Sam's Club where it's a little bit bigger of a piece of
so it looks more like a toenail.
Toenail, that's right.
It's more like a toenail.
Or more like a finger. Actually,
they were that big,
yeah.
like slivers.
So it's like slivers, yes, and they are, I'm sure, sugar coated, with whatever. But it is a.
You are.
You need a minute.
You are speaking my language.
You need a minute.
No, I love.
I'll find them. I'm gonna find these.
I love, and Mike also likes coconut. Yeah, he likes coconut, but I love like Almond Joys and Mounds candy bars both. But nobody in my house will eat them, so I buy those because
nobody else will eat them.
Or coconut cream pie is my absolute favorite, and it's the one pie I bring into the house that I get to eat all of.
I like coconut cream pie as long as you don't
have the chunk. Yeah, the little shred. Yeah,
and see, that's what Griffin said. Griffin's like, I could probably enjoy the flavor of coconut. It's a textural thing for him.
Yeah,
which
totally.
I get it. I get that.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't. Enjoy got nuts.
Mounds don't.
Because
sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't. There you go. Well, we'll just wrap it up with that. That's a nice way to take us out. Awesome. So much. Oh, by the way, we miss Mark and Bill. They could not be with us. We are always so glad to have Carter join us. I'm glad you're awake.
I am, for once.
oh, he's got the coffee in him.
I think he's
good.
going to join us next week. So let's see if he gets 5 shots next week, too.
You know that's going to happen.
So that's
Maybe 6. You never know.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, more power to you,
That's
man.
right. Coffee
Totally
power.
with you. Coffee. Right, Mike? Coffee. Yes. Okay. Hey, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us. And if it's God's will, we'll be back next week to do it all again here at the General Store.